because of people like your guys' class. It's like, it's just, I think it's just like
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Brian Zeller, principal of Fremont Ross High School. On behalf of the Fremont City Board of Education, Superintendent Mr. John Detweiler, and all district administrators, we welcome you to the 155th Annual Commencement Exercises of Fremont Ross High School. This is an exciting time for parents, relatives, friends, faculty members, and especially the class of 2021. At this time, I'd like to introduce today's honored guests. Please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. Fremont City School Board of Education President, Mr. Alex Gorebetz. Fremont City School Board of Education Vice President, Mrs. Mary Alice Espiritu. Fremont City School Board Member, Ms. Chantel Laird. Fremont City School Board Member, Mr. Thomas Price. Fremont City School Board Member, Mrs. Violetta Ray. Superintendent of Fremont City Schools, Mr. John Detweiler. Interim Treasurer of Fremont City Schools, Ms. Megan Parkhurst. Fremont Ross Assistant Principals, Mr. Robert Chevalier, Mrs. Christine Orovitz, and Ms. Lindsay Robinson. And Personalized Learning Center Coordinator, Mr. John Cahill. We would like to recognize the teachers and administrators of Fremont City Schools who have joined us today. These educators represent only a few of the many supportive individuals that have made this moment possible, the commencement exercises for the class of 2021. All members of the faculty and staff of Fremont City Schools, would you please rise? Seniors, before you today are a group of outstanding Fremont educators that represent the leadership, guidance, and commitment to supporting you throughout your 13 years of education. These educators have served as your mentors, your counselors, your coaches, your advocates, and most importantly, your cheerleaders. Please take this opportunity to show them your appreciation for never giving up on your achievements and always being there for you. Please give these outstanding educators a round of applause. Thank you. The class of 2021 has been described by staff as a kind and goal-driven group. They are full of personality. They were quick to pick each other up when there were people who were down. And over the past year, there have been a lot of those moments. On a personal note, this is the group that started at Ross when I did. Here we are 4 years later, you're graduating, and we still don't understand how the room numbering system at Ross works. Seniors, we are proud of your accomplishments and the growth that you have shown in your time with us. Whatever your path or future plans, know you are ready. While you're leaving our halls, Fremont Ross will never leave you. Good luck to you as you chase your dreams. The class of 2021 has earned over $2.5 million in scholarship money. Approximately 70% of the class will attend a 4- or 2-year college or trade school. 4% will enter the military, 26% will enter the workforce. This year's class president is known for his kindness and drive. Ethan Druckenmiller is the son of Matt Druckenmiller. He plans to attend Trine University and study civil engineering. His fondest memory of Ross High School was beating Parma Normandy to become the second team in school history to win a football playoff game. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the president of the class of 2021, Mr. Ethan Druckenmiller.
Well, we made it, finally. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone as we celebrate the graduating class of 2021. I'd first like to say how grateful I am for the opportunity to be giving this speech today. I also want to thank the staff members in attendance who have helped guide us throughout our high school journey. Your commitment to our success is a large part of why we are all here today. I also want to thank the parents and family members in the stands today. You have helped your children in many different ways, and you should feel proud of your child for completing this milestone in their lives. I want to take a moment and reflect on the journey we have taken to be sitting here today as graduates. Think back and remember what it was like on our first day of high school. Some of us were probably feeling scared and nervous. I mean, who wouldn't be? High school is a whole new game compared to middle school. More people in a larger building, and yeah, there's stalls with no doors. Some of us were maybe excited for what high school would be like. We expected rallies, homecomings, and the thrill of high school sports. Others were just excited to pick their own schedule. We were fascinated with the idea of taking a woods class as an elective or a photo class instead of traditional art. By the end of our first day, we were all feeling a bunch of different things. For starters, overwhelmed. It was only the first day of school and teachers were already handing out homework. That's something none of us were expecting. Secondly, relieved. Relieved that our first day was finally over. Either way, we all were just wondering where the air conditioning was. For me, it does not feel like my freshman year was 4 years ago. I can think back and remember my very first day of high school still. I remember sitting at my lunch table for the first time and joking with my friends. I remember putting my textbooks in my locker for the first time. I remember walking through the wrong hallways trying to find my classes. And I even remember my class schedule my freshman year. It's awesome to see how far we've come from our first year at Fremont Ross. When I think back to the memories I've made during my time as a student, my mind drifts towards all the challenges that I have faced personally, as well as the challenges that we have faced as a class to be here today. We've all had to endure the early mornings of being dead tired because we were up late the night before. Everyone here has had to do endless amounts of quizzes, essays, homework, and many other assignments. We sat through countless study halls, bored and tired, and we've all had to deal with a teacher we didn't like. We have persevered through these challenges of high school to get here now. However, no challenge was as tough for us as a class to face as the shutdown last year. We faced numerous uncertainties. Nobody knew what the rest of our junior year would look like, nor what our senior year would look like. We didn't know if we'd be allowed to play sports our senior season, or if we'd even return to school in person. I bet most of us probably didn't even realize we had a summer break. Yet, we persevered through that as well. And finally, we made it through our senior year. We made it through the college applications, we made it through the senioritis, we made it through the last quizzes, the last essay, and our last piece of homework. We persevered. As students, as a class, and as individuals, we persevered. And now it is time for us to face our biggest challenge yet, adulthood. As adults, we're going to be faced with unprecedented challenges daily. Paying bills, working a 9 to 5, buying a house, and raising a family are just a few things that are still ahead of us. So today I challenge you to continue with your perseverance. Continue working through the problems you will face as an adult. Remember the adversities you worked through in high school and use those experiences to conquer future challenges you encounter. I challenge you to embrace the difficult times, to see adversity and not fold, to face a problem and persevere. Now, as we look toward the future, always remember your journey of high school here at Fremont Ross. While we all will have different futures, we will always have one thing in common. We are little giants. Now, in the future, forever. Once a little giant, always a little giant. Thank you, everyone. It's been a great 4 years.
Our first class speaker is Thomas Gluth. Thomas is the son of Jeff and Dawn Gluth. Thomas will be attending the University of Toledo to pursue a degree in mechanical engineering technology in order to become an automotive engineering technician. His favorite Ross memory was his freshman year homecoming. Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Gluth.
Good afternoon, 2021 graduating class and Ross faculty members. It is truly astonishing and a blessing to see all of your bright faces on this day. A person never realizes how much the little things, like gathering events, mean until those events hang in the very balance. If someone were to ask any of us 4 years ago what our senior year would look like, we would have never imagined this. Most of us would have imagined a year full of sitting in a packed classroom with our peers. We would have imagined a year full of state send-offs and assemblies. We would have envisioned high fives, hugs, and newfound memories of what was to be. Our final homecoming, fully packed varsity and musical events, and being able to greet each other with this visible smile each and every morning. However, sometimes we as a society are stricken with unprecedented realities that make us see things from a different perspective. We never realize how much the little things matter until we no longer have them in our daily lives. In times of turmoil, we are called by our inner spirit. How will we as a class react to the disheartening challenge of the past year? Do we give in, or do we adapt and march forward? We are here. We've answered this question. I hope that we, as graduates of today, realize the accomplishment that we have made to get to graduation. I want us to understand the amount of strength and courage that every one of us possess to continue our education this year when times have seemed impossible. As a class, we share a bond that goes much deeper than normal high school peers. We understand each other's emotion and each other's pain. See, we grew into young adults, uncertain of the world we are walking into, expected to keep our heads held high. We motivated one another to continue attending Zoom meetings. We aided our community when we needed it most. And we battled as one through unquestionably difficult times. I'd like for each of you to turn and look at a fellow graduate next to you. Let them know that you're proud of them. For we as a class have learned one of the biggest aspects in life, facing adversity. Since our first day as high schoolers, we roamed the halls, getting lost at every corner and jumping over the moon just to make it to class on time. Well, we made it. We all know the feeling of anxiety we felt with every test, every presentation, and class project. Yet, we still prevailed. We spent countless hours, sometimes all-nighters, writing the best papers possible and completing homework in the hopes that one day we would be recognized for our hard work and dedication. Well, today is that day. Today is our day. Today is a day that our parents can be proud of. The day we step foot into the next chapter of our lives with opportunities lying just outside these stadium walls and beyond. Some say our fighting spirit to succeed comes from our unfortunate experiences. But I know that our thirst for dominating adversity comes from something much deeper. Since we began walking the halls of Ross, we were expected to step up and represent our city. We were expected to be more. I I am honored in knowing that we as a class go far beyond what it means to be more. I believe that we as a class will leave an everlasting impact on this world. We could be the doctors that cure lung cancer, the engineers that design safer roads, or be the teachers empowering and influencing the students of tomorrow. No matter what our plans may be or where our paths take us, we always remember the hard work and dedication that we put in to get there. In times like today, we never know if a short moment might be our only shot at conquering our goals. So just promise me this one thing. No matter what the goals are, remember to be more, and always remember to be a giant. Thank you all.
Thank you, Thomas. Our next speaker is Abigail Nagy. Abigail is the daughter of Andrew and Andrea Nagy. Her fondest memory of Ross is performing with the Fremont Ross Orchestra and Fremont Ross Marching Little Giants. Abigail plans to attend Heidelberg University, majoring in primary education. Miss Abigail Nagy.
Hello, everyone. A little short, I had to move the microphone down. Here we go. Congratulations to the class of 2021. I'm so humbled to be speaking with all of you today. High school has now officially come to an end. Each of us have had different experiences these last few years, but that chapter of our lives is now closed. We are about to start a new adventure called adulting. In order to start this journey, we all have had to ask ourselves the question, what do we want to do when we grow up? For some of us, this will be entering the workforce. For others, it will be continuing our education in trades or college. For the most adventurous of all, this will be serving our country through the military. Thank you in advance for your service and sacrifice. One day, when I decided to ask my dad how he knew what he wanted to do when he grew up, he laughed and replied, "Abby, I still don't know what I want to do when I grow up." Well, at the time, I was surprised by his response. The more that I thought about his words, the more I realized that there is much truth in what he said. I don't know a single person who has had their entire life planned out and everything has gone according to plan. I mean, who thought 3 years ago that we would be able to go into a bank with a mask on, demand money, and get away with it? That will forever be my favorite COVID memory. All we can do is strive to do the next right thing. What matters in life is not what we earn, but what we do to others. We will make the greatest difference in our lives by simply loving those around us, showing kindness and forgiveness to those we meet. When thinking about the future, I believe that Mother Teresa has the answer in 3 simple lines that I've been searching for my entire life. She once said, "At the end of our lives, we will not be judged by how many diplomas we have received, how much money we have made, or how many great things we have done. We will be judged by, I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was naked and you clothed me. I was homeless and you took me in." Think about it. Diplomas, accomplishments, money, all of these are great goals to have. However, as we pursue these goals, let's not lose sight of what is important. Whether it be spending time with friends, caring for our families, or simply volunteering our time with those around us who need it the most, we each will decide for ourselves what will be the unique and individual purpose of our lives. The next chapter of our lives is a blank book, ready for us to fill in the pages. I know, cliche, right? It's exciting and nerve-wracking all at the same time. In this crowd, there are future educators, counselors, businessmen and women, soldiers, doctors, veterinarians, lawyers, law enforcers, engineers, and countless other careers. No matter what we decide to do with our lives, though, we must remember that what's important is not the great things that we can accomplish, but the good that we can do in our everyday lives. Congratulations again to the class of 2021 for all of our accomplishments throughout high school. I can't wait to see what the future holds for each of us. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you, Abby. Our last speaker is Marcus Peters. Marcus is the son of April and Edmund Peters. His fondest memory was being a member of the Little Giant football team. Marcus plans to attend Hocking College to get an associate's degree and plans to make music. Mr. Marcus Peters.
My experience at Fremont Ross was like a roller coaster. My experience at Fremont Ross was like a roller coaster. I had a lot of good memories. My first sack on varsity junior year, gaining the starting spot by week 5 junior year, and being ranked number 2 in the track my senior year, and being named one of the team captains my senior year, and being a part of the team that won the playoff game, 71-0. There are more moments to mention, but there are lessons beyond football. Honestly, going to Ross has taught me a numerous number of things. It taught me not to take life for granted. In a blink of an eye, the moment of now will be a memory. I remember my first day of freshman year like it was yesterday. My dreads barely passed my ear, and now as a senior, going down my back. The next thing I learned is don't live life wondering what if. The past is the past for a reason. If you fail a test, don't say, what if I would have studied a bit longer? You can't go back and change that. You learn from your mistakes and prepare yourself for your next opportunity. We tend to be stuck on our failures without learning from them. Some of the most successful people on earth failed more times than they can count. Walt Disney, Oprah Winfrey, and Michael Jordan. No one showcases their failures. Personally, I thrive off failure because it gives me an opportunity to come out the other side stronger. I believe failure is just God testing you and preparing a person mentally and physically for blessings. Lastly, life is too short to worry about opinions of others. Do what you love to do, not hoping to make a lot of money from it, but do it because that's what you love to do. I love making music. I didn't get my first check from making music until sophomore year of high school, and it wasn't a lot. I just enjoy the process. Come on, man. I just enjoy the process. If you haven't been laughed at for your dreams, you're not dreaming big enough. This is your life. Don't settle for what others feel you should do. You have that little flame of fire inside of you. Don't let it burn out because you listen to someone else's opinion. Instead, become obsessed with your goals, sacrifice to obtain these goals. Good luck, little giants. Be giants amongst giants.
Thank you, class of 2021 speakers. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the Ross High School Concert Choir under the direction of Mr. Dennis Pita. speaker is a graduate of Bluffton University and the University of Findlay. He is completing his 30th year in education. 19 of those years have been with Fremont City Schools, and he's completing his 4th year as superintendent. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Detweiler. Good afternoon, everyone. Seniors, in a few moments, we're going to hand you this. Pretty exciting. What is this? Well, it's a diploma, but in a very real way, we are handing you adulthood. You're 18-year-old graduates. What are you going to do? My prayer for you is that you have very few regrets. One of the things I like to do online is search memes. If you look up regrets, you find bad tattoos. Anybody out there got a bad tattoo? One of my favorites is you roll up the sleeve and there it says, "No regrets." I love that. That is the ultimate picture of a regret. It's regret spelled wrong in a tattoo. It's permanent. It's a regret. I'm going to share with you a couple things about regrets. You know, I've watched thousands of students grow up. And here's my advice on 3 things that if you do, I know and I promise you will not be regretful. First, always be grateful. See, as I promise you, up there in those sweaty, stinky bleachers is somebody that changed your diaper. Somebody that cooked for you and fed you. Can you point to them and see where they are? There's a real good chance they bought you a Disney princess backpack. That's real love, ladies and gentlemen. That's real love. But my point is gratefulness. In a few minutes, that group is going to storm onto this field because of you. I want you to look them in the eye and thank them in the most serious way you have ever said it in your entire life, because they deserve it. You will never regret being grateful. Second thing, be kind. I'm not saying soft and mushy kind. You can still say difficult things. You can still deliver bad news. You can even fire someone from their job. But if you do it with kindness, there will be no regrets. The things I regret in my life are often things I've done in a moment of anger, not kindness. Keep that in mind. You will never regret being kind. The last thing, be good at something. You will never regret doing the best you can, ever, on anything you're doing. You're all good at something. Some of you have already figured it out. Starting today, develop your skills. Find a credential, find out what stirs your soul, and go for it. As a young student, you explored what's everything in this world and what appeals to you. As a young adult, you will hone your skills so that as an older adult, you can change the world. It doesn't really matter what you pick. Martin Luther King Jr. said, and I paraphrase, if you're a street sweeper, sweep the streets so that the angels in heaven notice and say, wow, that's a well-swept street. So there it is. My 3 pieces of advice for you. Be grateful, be kind, and do your best. And remember, no regrets. Class of 2021, we are proud of you. Go get them. Ladies and gentlemen, as we know, it's been a difficult school year. Prior to presenting the class of 2021, we'd like to take a moment to recognize our students for their accomplishments, because we haven't always been able to do so throughout the year. A number of our students have reported earning scholarships, athletic or academic, job readiness seals, increasing their employability skills, and enlistment in our nation's military. The following are students who have reported to us academic and athletic scholarship offers. Graduates, when I call your name, please stand and remain standing until all names have been called. Midori Ayers, Brooklyn Baptista, Ethan Beardmore, Keegan Billy, Maddie Billow, Mia Boda, Dion Bradley, Mara Brown, Andres Cantu, Kian Collins, Connor Colston, Michaela Cruz, Braden Darr, Mason Dorabek, Ethan Druckenmiller, Garrett Ebert, Ashanti Elkins, Alex Flores, Bryson Fox, Micah Garcia, Alexia Gensman, Thomas Gluth, Rachel Hytonic, Jaden Hubbard, Nevaeh Hawthorne, Rebecca Holland, Kristana Humberg, Alessandra Irons, Rebecca Johns, Abby Jesso, Eliana Jones, Devont Jones, Kamari Jones, Rayan Jordan, Cameron Kidwell, Tyrese Kirk, Michael Lather, Kylie Lawrence, Maya Lanky, Joshua Lozano, Brenneth Michael, Emily Miller, Chad Mulcahy, Abigail Nagy, Christian Nealing, Tom Neal, Isaiah Ortiz, Carlos Pena, Marcela Perez, Tia Poole, Joshua Ray, Jayden Reese, Jenna Reese, Bryn Rupert, Jessica Sheets, Avery Smith, Kendra Smith, Haley Stearns, Case Stevenson, Allison Stotts, Jonathan Shimanowski, Trenton Ward, Ryan Weaver, Paige Willard, Brady Wolf, Haley Young, Faith Zimmerman, Lauren Zimmerman. Our athletic and academic scholarship winners. Congratulations. You may be seated. The following students will be entering the workforce next year and have taken the steps to earn the Ohio Means Job Readiness Seal. This will increase their employability prospects and require a focused curriculum in their trade and a thorough examination of their job skills. These graduates are Colton Bell, Jacob Biggins, Anthony Blasiak, Kelly Byrne, Brady Contreras, Dominic Cross, Brock Furstenberger, Antonio Flores, Adam Good, Jaden Haubert, Xavier Hall, Devont Jones, Joseph Lee, Jackson Lindsay, Jacob McDaniels, David Schwartz, Shay Smith, Nathaniel Witt. Congratulations to our SEAL winners. You may be seated. At this time, if all the veterans in attendance could please stand. On behalf of Fremont Ross High School and Fremont City Schools, we'd like to thank you for your service to our country. We would now like to introduce you to our future veterans. Grace DeAnda, Grace Egbert, Connor Frost, Grant Jones, Griffin Lauk, Isaiah Ortiz, Ronan Pitt, Braden Price, David Salazar, Brianna Schemmerhorn. Thank you for your service. You may be seated. Lastly, on announcements at Ross, we say attendance matters, all day, every day. We want to acknowledge one of our seniors who embodied the spirit of this message and had perfect attendance all 4 years of high school. Congratulations to Emily Miller for her perfect attendance 4 straight years. Now the good stuff. Parents and family members, we know that each of you has helped your student in the educational process and journey they have taken to reach this important moment in time. Each of you is eagerly awaiting the announcement of your graduate's name. Please feel free to celebrate this accomplishment, but honor the moment by allowing each graduate's name to be heard when read. Mr. Detweiler, Board President Mr. Gorbetz, and members of the Fremont City School Board, I certify to you that each member of this senior class has met all requirements as set forth by Fremont City Schools. I would like to present them for acceptance as graduates of Fremont Ross High School. Ethan Druckenmiller. Ryan Jordan. Paige Willard. Eliana Jones. Molly Alleman. Natalia Alonzo. Midori Ayers. Brooklyn Baptista. Shayla Barbaras. Analicia Barrientos. Alyssa Beatty. Emma Beckley. Elizabeth Miller. Maddie Billow. Kaylee Bliss. Elizabeth Bloom. Mia Boda. Mara Brown. Calvillo. Megan Cherry. Jared Atkins. Nathaniel Allen. Ethan Beardmore. Colton Bell. Jacob Biggins. Keegan Billy. Anthony Blaziak. Dion Bradley. Dylan Burr. Andres Cantu. Xavier Castillo. Kian Collins. Connor Colston. Brady Contreras. Dominic Cross. Justin Cruz. Cody Colbert. Braden Darr. Mason Dorbeck. George Dorsey. Colin Driftmeyer. Carter Durbin. Noah Everly.
I gotta stand out in the sun to cool it down a little bit.
Garrett Ebert. Alexander Ernsberger.
Sabrina Click. Alyssa Kress. Emily Kristen. Michaela Cruz. Naylin Damschroeder. Dolores Davis. Jalen Davis. Grace Deanda. Micaiah Edwards. Grace Egbert. Ashanti Elkins. Hannah Esquivel. Anna Estrella. Emily Fetterkiel. Brianna Fick. Alyssa Franks. Aries Freeman. Hannah Fry. Alexia Gensman. Isabella Hobbit. Rachel Titanic. Nevaeh Hawthorne. Jaylee Henry. Madeline Holland. Rebecca Holland. Michael Estep. Luke Ferguson. Brock Furstenberger. Alex Flores. Antonio Flores. Bryson Fox. Isaac Fox. Connor Frost. Rakeem Gabson. Micah Garcia. Jaden Garner. Caden Garza. Richard Garza III. Thomas Gluth. Israel Gonzalez. Adolfo Granados Jr. Brandon Graves. Zachary Grosjean. Garrett Bowser. Aaron Harris. Arius Harris. Grant Hershey. Jeremiah Hill. Cyrus Hines. Carly Hottinger. Bristana Humber. Emma Hunt. Hannah Ickes. Alessandra Irons. Rebecca Johns. Kamari Jones. Marcia Jones. Ariana Kepler. Cameron Kidwell. Sarah King. Kylie Lawrence. Maya Lanky. Sylvia Lavario. Haley Mancini. Vanessa Mata. Reagan Matt. Haley McCoy. Shabria McDonald. Adriana Melford. Madeline Metcalf. Brynette Michael. Emily Miller. Lucy Miller. Amanda Marino. Eric Jimenez. Osiris Johnson. Devont Jones. Nicholas Kendall. Trenton King. Tyrese Kerr. Jaden Cranky. Michael Lather. Joseph Lee. Jackson Lindsay. Griffin Lau. Joshua Lozano. Lorenzo Macias III. Spencer McDonald. Austin McGrady. Stephen Mendez. Jamin Meza. Ivan Miller. Marcus Morangelli. Chad Mulcahy Jr. Christian Nealing. Thomas Neal. Isaiah Ortiz. Christopher Palomo II.
Yeah, they're gonna go.
Carlos Pena. Amaya Morissetti. Cheyenne Mosier. Abigail Nagy. Kaylee Neset. Breeze Alam. Ramagia Patterson. Marcella Perez. Mary Perez. Lane Perkins. Tia Poole. Shaylee Powell. Mia Ramirez. Jersey Ramsey. Kamora Rapp. Aslan Rich. Julianne Brew. Jaden Reese. Jenna Reese. Bryn Rupert. Naomi Sanchez. Brianna Shimmerhorn. Hannah Sabito. Sabrina Seeley. Jessica Sheets. Sophie Sloan.
Marcus Peters. Asher Pinnell. Ronan Pitt. Braden Price. Spencer Price. Joshua Ray. Larry Reel III. David Salazar. Zachary Salinas. David Schwartz. Noah Smith. Case Stevenson. Connor Stewart. Jonathan Shimanowski. Jared Taylor. Tridarian Taylor. Jacob Thompson. Brenton Watson. Aiden Warner. Ryan Weaver. Jakias Williamson. Brady Wolf. Justin Woodward. Elijah Woodruff. Avery Smith. Esperanza Smith. Kendra Smith. Shaylin Smith. Nevaeh Spradlin. Haley Stearns. Ellison Stutz. McKenna Stutz. Mackenzie Stover. McKenna Strasbaugh. Audia Swain. Shelby Thornhill. Yama Toledo. Naya Trejo. Mackenzie Tucker. Kylisha Valley. Tyresha Vincent. Shelby Wagner. Hannah Whitman. Amanda Weedle. Haley Wilson. Haley Young. Faith Zimmerman. Lauren Zimmerman. Draven Yates. Andres Zuniga III. And Ethan Miller.
Would the class of 2021 please stand? As your class president, I would like to lead you in the turning of the tassels ceremony in recognition of the progression from one state in our lives to the next. And as an indication of our accomplishment of graduation, please join me in this momentous occasion.
Class of 2021, you are now officially graduates of Fremont Ross High School. As you proudly join the ranks of Little Giant alumni, you are entitled to all the rights and privileges of a graduate of Fremont City Schools. Together, may you go forth as alumni, demonstrating the character and values you have developed throughout your educational years. Please stand and join the band and choir in singing and playing of the alma mater. We thank everyone here for joining us in our commencement celebration. Farewell and good luck to the Fremont Class of 2021.